Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's project we're working on removing the electronic security lock from a Mercedes Benz W204 steering column. Before I jump into the details on this project, please guys don't forget to subscribe and like. We're almost up to 500 subscribers on this channel, so I'd really appreciate your help. Alright, so my last video, if you watched, we had a 2009 Mercedes C300. It would not start. We determined that the electronic security lock on the steering column has failed. And in the last video, we removed the steering column from the vehicle. This device right here is the electronic security lock. And it is stuck in the lock position. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to remove this from the steering column by drilling a small little hole and using a pick to rotate the plastic dial inside there and get this to remove from the column. Now, the reason why we can't get this out right now is that it's locked in here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drilling a hole right about there, a small hole. Then we're going to open up this, take this nut off, and then we're going to use a pick, and we're going to slowly dial the dial over. And then eventually this bolt will retract and we'll be able to pull this out of here. Now let me go over what kind of tools you guys are going to need for this job. I already got it laid out here. Let's see here. Alright, so a couple of tools. You will need a 1/8 drill bit to drill the hole. That bolt, you're going to need either a 13 millimeter or a 1/2 inch wrench. The 1/2 inch seems to fit a little bit better, but sometimes people don't have both types of wrenches, so you could use either one. You're going to need a pick. I'll move the dial around. Okay, we're going to use a little punch here. Alright, so we made a little punch there, so our drill bit. Now be really careful when you're making the drill a hole. You don't want to go too far in and ruin that disc. There's a plastic disc in there. Use our wrench to get the bolt off. Okay, so we got these. Now you see how that bolt won't push in? We need to rotate the dial and then that bolt will retract. See, we're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, we got it out. Yay. We got this module out. So you basically have to keep turning it until this retracts all the way. Wow, what an ordeal. Okay, so we got it out. See, so what happens is down here there's a latch that comes out that goes into that slot, and that locks the steering column. Alright, so this one failed in the lock position. That's why we couldn't get it out. Okay, so in the last video, we got the ESL off of the steering column. I did it by drilling a small hole. I actually drilled 2 small holes. I didn't drill too deep because there's a plastic dial in there. And I used a pick and I turned the dial in there clockwise until such time that this bolt was able to retract and I was able to get this off of the steering column. I did open this up and I attempted to replace the motor in it. I ordered this motor for $10, F71050, and I put it into here. I installed it into the car. That did not work. It was most likely because the motherboard on this module's fried, or it has some type of signal stored that it's failed. So even changing out the motor on it won't help. So what I ended up having to do was I sent the key out along with the ignition switch to programmed up an emulator for me. And this emulator, let me open up the box. This emulator, what's going to do, there's a plug there on the back. And the wiring harness that's on the car that would normally plug into the ESL is going to plug into the emulator. And that emulator is going to trick the ignition into thinking that there's a working electronic steering lock. So I'm going to go ahead and install this into the car right now. And fingers crossed, I hope this all works. We have the ignition. It's called the EIS, installed back into the dash. There's two wire connectors, and then there's a cable connector up at the top that you need to hook up. I believe that's for the gear shifter. So I've got both of those connectors snugly in. I'm going to double check. That one's in, that one's in, top one's in. And then you're going to have to put this ring back in there. We're going to use a screwdriver to tighten that up. Okay guys, I've got everything hooked up. I have the emulator hooked up, and this is the moment of truth. I'm going to put the key in and see if this car is going to start. Alright, I'm going to put the key in. Oh, I heard a little unlocking noise. That's emulator. Alright, I got position 1, position 2. Oh man. Thank goodness. Oh, what a relief. We got this fixed. And I hooked it up, and we are back in business. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more DIY projects. Thanks for watching, and wow, what a relief. Thank goodness this is fixed. Bye guys.